Out for a walk this morning. I haven't been on a walk in a few days because I have not been a person over the last few days thanks to my menses. But it felt good to be out today, this morning. We have a little bit of a cold front for the next week, and then it's gonna warm up and be Phoenix. So enjoying the cool weather while I have it. I'm at my Lyme doctor to pick up some supplements that I forgot to get the last time I was out here. Was it just last week? Maybe 2 weeks ago now. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that. And then since I'm all the way out here, there's a Goodwill out here that I really like to go to that I'm probably gonna stop by because I am looking for specifically actually 2 different things, 2 different size tables to fit in 2 different places. It's been a really hard couple of days, and so this vlog is probably going to be really short because I have not vlogged anything the last few days, and that's because like I mentioned, my menses was particularly bad this week for this month, and just the stress of what's going on with our kitchen. It's still a disaster and frustrating, but it's okay. I'm gonna make the most of it. Hi. How are you? Good, how are you? Good. They're always so lovely and wonderful when I go into my Lyme doctor, like the girls at the front. I just love them. They've got great energy. So I got my stuff. Some of the things have to be, kept cold. I was really happy because for a long time, because of COVID and everything that was going on, they were out of the vitamin C that I like. It's like this liquid vitamin C that I've been taking for a really long time, way before COVID was a thing. But when COVID happened a year ago, everyone just bought them up, and where they get them from, their supplier was unable to keep up with production and stuff, so they were out of this for a long time. And I totally understand, like, people were just wanting to take better care of their immune system and whatever, but for people that were already needing to be taking it, it was a little frustrating. But that's okay. Got my PMS support. I think part of the reason why my menses was so bad this month is because I had ran out of this, and because I'm supposed to take it like 10 days prior to my start, and I only had 2 days worth. So I don't know how I managed to mess that up. And then I got 2 of my glutathiones, so I'm super happy about that. It's just nice when you're like fully stocked on your supplements and you're good to go. And I'm happy about the vitamin C. Not that I've been sick at all for a whole year. Like, I've been in such good health this whole year. I've really been blessed and really been privileged in that way, because I know, like, this year has been awful for so many people. But for me, I haven't had like any colds. I haven't had any flus. I never got COVID, at least not that I know of. I know that there were like people that had it but were asymptomatic, and that's a possibility. But so that's just good that even without the vitamin C, I was able to stay well. But I've also been, I haven't been going out and seeing lots of people. I've been wearing my mask. I've always been someone that regularly washes my hands. That was one thing about, like, at the start of all of this a year ago, people were talking about, make sure you wash your hands when you come home. And I'm like, I've always been doing that. Like, that's always been something that I have done. Anyway, I'm going to Goodwill now, and it's only 10. So yeah, I probably won't get any food anywhere for lunch unless I see a place. Ooh, someone's calling me. Hold on, bye. Here we go. Should we do a little Goodwill haul? They didn't have either of the type of table I'm looking for, which is a bummer, but like whatever. That's, you know, that's the part of shopping secondhand. I did find some cool shirts though. This is just like a really soft, comfy t-shirt. I love this color. I don't have anything like this. And it was only $2, so you can't beat it. So I got that. This next shirt I'm really happy about. First of all, I love the color. It's so cute and pretty. And then I love it. I love the desert. I'm such a desert baby and I'm obsessed. It's got a full moon, it's got saguaro cacti, and it's got like the red rock. I love it. I'm so happy about this shirt. And it was on, well, this was $4, so a little bit pricier, but totally worth it. And then I needed some athletic shorts, white specifically. I like to have white when I do certain meditation and stuff like that, to wear all white. And now that it's going to be warming up, I need something that is white. Hopefully they fit. I don't know what time it is right now. I know earlier it was 10, so it's probably close to 11. And I kind of want to get food somewhere. So I decided to stop at one of my favorite cafes that I haven't been to in literally a year and get a brie toast, a giant cookie, and some of my favorite iced tea. It's pomegranate iced tea. And then I decided to come to the park to eat it, even though it's kind of chilly. I'm glad that I just keep this random, this used to be my grandma's. I just keep it in the trunk in case I am ever out and need a sweater. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the water and the sounds of the birds. There is a road right here. The cars drive by, but that's okay. Going to the cafe though made me kind of sad because one, I haven't been there in a whole year, and I used to go there so often. Like I would go to the gym and then I would go to this cafe and like just get my tea, get something to eat, and like sit and work there for like hours, like several times a week. And it was just, I got to know the owner and some of the people that worked there, and they were always super cool and really nice. But it's a little bit of a drive from where I live. It's technically in Scottsdale. I hate Scottsdale, by the way, but this one place was the exception. There's also a Goodwill that I like to go to in Scottsdale. Other than that, I hate it. And then the pandemic hit and I just was like, I can't go out and do that anymore, you know? It's not like just a stop by quickly and get something, because it is a little bit of a drive. It's not that far, but in the grand scheme of things, it just got cut short. So this is my first time back and I was sad. It just was not the same. So hopefully this is good. This is a brie toast. So it's got brie cheese, jam, and then apples. All right, I got too cold sitting out there. I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy my food so much more if I'm actually comfortable. So I'm back in my car. One thing I was thinking about, because this park is very active. I've never been to this park before. I've driven past it, but I've never actually been here. It's very active. There's lots of people out right now. Like walking, biking, scootering, people with their dogs. And it's great. It's cold though. Why is it cold? Anyway, and what got me thinking was that when I went into the cafe, part of like what felt weird is that no one was wearing masks. Like, I know it's been a year and I know people are annoyed and I know that a lot of people have been vaccinated, but not everyone, not the majority, not even close to half. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to like debate it, but the only people that were wearing masks in the cafe were the workers. And like, I noticed it with the people that were like sitting down, and I was like, well, they're eating. They're not going to wear a mask while they're eating. But then I looked and I'm like, no, some of those people are clearly not eating. They don't even have food at their table, and they're just working on the computers. It was so weird. And then I noticed that the guy right in front of me in line wasn't wearing a mask. And I'm like, that's weird. I was literally the only person other than the workers wearing a mask, which then made me feel weird. Anyway, all of this to say that, like, now that I'm here at the park where, like, it's open air, people aren't gathered together, you know, like, everyone's pretty spaced out, I wouldn't expect anyone to be wearing a mask. But the people that you do see wearing a mask are, like, old people. And, like, I could seriously cry thinking about this. Like, old people being scared and, like, taking every precaution. Like, I'll go to the grocery store, and this has always been the case since the very beginning, and they're, like, double mask, wearing gloves. Like, I just can't imagine what this year has been like for older people. Ugh, I can't think about it. I will cry. So anyway, if you're anti-mask, that's cool. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. These are just my observations of my experience, of what I've noticed being out and about. And it was so jarring, I think, to me, because this is the first time I've actually gone into a establishment to, like, get food. Like, I've had food delivered to me, but this was the first time in a year where I have gone into a place, ordered food, waited for food, and then took the food somewhere else to eat, which I've already eaten half. And it's very good. It's just, it's something that's very simple. Like, I could make this at home if I wanted to, but food is always better when someone else makes it. Earlier, when I mentioned picking up lunch at the cafe and being surprised at, like, no one wearing a mask, I told that story to my mom, and she let me know that within the last couple of days, the governor of Arizona has, like, lifted the mask mandate. So now it's just up to businesses whether or not they want to enforce people to wear masks. It's not up to the cities anymore. It's just up to individual businesses. And since I was in Scottsdale has always been pretty anti-mask, so it made sense that, like, no one was wearing them. So that explains a little bit more as to why. It explains it to me anyway. I wasn't aware of what the governor had been up to. I noticed this yesterday a little bit, but it's really bad this evening. I'm having, like, really bad, like, jaw pain, and now I'm feeling, like, pressure in my upper teeth. And I think it's just, I have been really, really stressed for weeks now. And so I must be, like, just clenching my jaw and not realizing it. And then in the last couple of days, I've also snacked on some gummy, like, really chewy, tough gummy snacks. And I don't ever usually. And I think that has strained my jaw. And then I think also something else that could be contributing to it is allergies, because my allergies have started to bother me, like seasonal allergies. It's that time of year for me, and every single year I tend to get, like, pain, like, in this area, and it makes me worried that I'm like, oh no, is there something wrong with my teeth? But it's just, like, this weird, like, pressure that I experience, like, all along here. It's so strange. But for today specifically, it's just, like, this horrible jaw pain, like, right at the joint. So I'm not gonna eat anything chewy or tough or crunchy for the next couple of days, or ever again. No, for the next couple of days, I'm gonna try and be more mindful of whether or not I'm clenching. I I try to be mindful of that anyway, but then I'm gonna just try and reduce some stress. I mean, a lot of it's out of my control, but the way I react to it is on me. So I'm hoping that these stressful situations resolve themselves soon, but there's only so much I can do. So those are my thoughts for the evening. Oh, I've got clothes in the dryer. I gotta go get those. This is one of the shirts that I got yesterday, and I absolutely love it. But one thing that's really crazy is the tag was an extra large. It was in the men's section, first of all. The tag said extra large. I was like, that is not an extra large. And I even looked at like the tag back here. Sure enough, it said extra large. And I'm like, not even in a women's is this an extra large? Like, what? How? It was clearly labeled wrong, like even back here. Because it's also not like a child's extra large, because child's extra large don't fit me in the shoulders. They fit like everywhere else, but not in the shoulders. And this fits me perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So that's it. I love it. It's so super soft. It fits me, and I really, really love the color. Though wearing them with black, I'm just wearing these to go on my walk and do yoga. Don't love the color combination because it kind of reminds me of Halloween, and it's March, and I'm not a big Halloween person anyway. But it's okay. It's just for the next hour or so, and then I'll change into jeans. But yep, I love it. Love my $2 shirt. Just dropped lunch off for my mom at work because she has to stay later than originally planned. And now I'm gonna go fill up all of those waters so that I can have water to drink this week. And just like that, 7 gallons of water for $1.75. Cool. I just talked for like 2 minutes thinking it was recording, and it wasn't. So anyway, good morning. I am getting my blood work done today. Finally, I am not going to put it off any longer. I can't believe how fast the last few weeks have gone. It was like 5 weeks between my doctor's appointment and my next doctor's appointment, which is next week. So it's technically been only 4 weeks, but still. I can't put my blood work off any longer. I have to go get it done. So we're doing that today. We're doing that this morning. And it's in a part of town that it's not even in Phoenix. It's in a different town. Because the two other closest locations to me are in downtown Phoenix, and I was like, I don't want to go downtown Phoenix on a Monday morning, so I'm driving a little bit further, but it's exciting. I'm gonna see what else is out there for a Monday morning, depending on how well I feel, because then I sometimes getting my blood drawn, I don't feel great, so we'll see. But I'm happy. I'm happy to finally get it done, and my appointment is for either 10 or 10:15. I think it's 10. Is it 10? Yeah. My appointment's for 10. I'm supposed to be there by 9:45, and it's like literally a 30-minute drive. I better get up. I better get up and get going. The concept of time often evades me. I have no idea. When I was in bed, I was like, oh, better get up. I gotta get going. It's literally only 7:45, and I don't have to leave until no earlier than 9 o'clock. So, and I'm like dressed and ready to go. Like, I definitely could have gone on my walk this morning. I would have been back in time, but I didn't. And now 7:45, 8:45, I still technically could go, but I'm already dressed, and So instead, I'm gonna watch this QAnon, the last episode of this QAnon documentary on HBO Max. I have been on a roll when it comes to getting earlier appointments than what I'm scheduled for. I love it. My appointment was scheduled for 10:15. It is currently 9:56 and I am done. Oh, I swear it's in here. Can you see it? The guy was really nice. Like I said earlier, I drove out a little bit further because I didn't want to drive downtown this morning. I've had a lot of blood drawn in my life, right? And I told him this. I was like, I've had a lot of blood drawn in my life, and you are by far one of the best, because I've had some really horrible experiences of people not being able to take my blood. But you, sir, did great. And he's like, awesome. It was also funny because when I was waiting in the waiting room, the guy before me finished up, and they obviously were very familiar with each other. He probably comes and sees him once a month or something, I don't know. And on his way out, the other patient said to me, he's like, he's terrible. I was like, okay. Like, just joking. So when I got in there, I told him, I was like, just so you know, the guy before me said that you're terrible. But no, he is actually really great. And I told him, and then he was like, so does that mean I have another customer? And I'm like, yep. Hopefully I don't have to be back, but if I do, I know where to go. So now I've got a free morning. It's barely 10 a.m. I'm in a new part of town. I'm gonna kind of drive around, see what's around, and see what I can get up to. You know I had to do it. Okay, take 2 of lunch in the park now that it's a nice warm day instead of like the abnormally cold day 2 days ago. I got the same thing for lunch, though this time I got a new tea because they didn't have the tea that I usually get. And this is a cherry rose something or other, but it's very, very good. Forgot to show you guys my view. Well, last time I was here 2 days ago, I was across the lake, and now I'm on this side. And over there we've got some basketball going on and some fishing guys, it looks like, coming, and it's very nice here. I like it. Oh, that duck just like popped up out of the water with a giant fish in its beak, and now it's gone under the water. I have not seen a single duck outside, and then all of a sudden just pops up out of the water with a fish in it. Where'd it go? Where is it now? What? Just, oh, I wish I would have had my camera out. Oh, there. I wish I could zoom in further. What? Oh, I kind of hate this. Okay, so first, I am wearing the shirt that I bought at Goodwill the other day, and I love it. It's comfy, soft, cute. Love it. I also stopped at Goodwill, like you saw. Did you see? I don't know. Did I film it all? I don't know. I did stop at Goodwill again today and got this cute shirt. I'm obsessed with this. I haven't tried it on, but it looks like it's gonna fit. It was only $6, so a little bit pricier, but it's button up, I think is why. And also I was at the Goodwill in Scottsdale. My dog is interested in how it smells, apparently. Then I also got a book of Confucius sayings that I had at the park. So that's in wherever the bag is of stuff that I had at the park. But then I also bought this. It's just a glass bowl, and it's rimmed with like gold or bronze. It looks more bronze. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this, but I love it. I was just really drawn to it. I'm like, I don't know what is gonna go in here. I don't know what's gonna go in here, but I need it. It also really needs to be washed. Ew. But it was under $5. So cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I do something with it, I'll be sure to let you guys know what I do. Okay. Also, when I got home, I had a package waiting for me. So one of my favorite books is this book called Teach Only Love. It's kind of an old book, and it's something that there's just something about the way that this guy writes, the way he talks about love, the way he talks about caring for other people that just like inspires me. And it's a very short book, as you can see. So I've read it a few different times. It's also falling apart, as you can see. Chapter 6, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Anyway, so I was curious recently. I was like, does this guy have any other books? Because this is a book that I just got secondhand somewhere. I don't even remember. And he does. He's written quite a few books. So I bought like 3 of his from like used bookstores online. And for like the most was like $6, like including shipping. Actually, I think they were all around like $6. Anyway, this one is called Love is Letting Go of Fear. Anyway, it's very gentle and loving, and I really enjoyed the way that he wrote this book. It makes me cry. So I'm going to give this book a shot. I have no idea if it's going to have any of the same sort of effect on me as his other book did. And then I have 2 more coming in, and then, you know, in the coming week. And these are just, this is so sad. This says, you can feed an elderly Jewish widow in Israel for only $2.40 this Passover. And it has this picture of an old lady. Like, what the heck is this? I have never seen this before. Okay. And this is something else too. I was just going through the videos that I took earlier. Oh. I was just going through the videos that I took. I was going through the videos that I took earlier today because I can't ever remember what I have recorded. And there's a shot of me flipping off a book at Goodwill, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit. So there's this woman named Louise Hay, and she claimed to have cured her brain cancer by doing spiritual work and stuff like that. And I believe that can be a thing. Sure, why not, you know? Do I believe that is always gonna work? No, but I do want to be someone that believes in miracles, and I would consider that to be a miracle. And because of this claim of hers that she cured her cancer through spiritual work, she then went on to write all these books about how you can heal yourself and all of these different things. She's written so many books and got really big in the spiritual community. But then it come to find out that, you know, people got suspicious, obviously, and wanted proof that she even had cancer to begin with. And she couldn't like prove that she ever had cancer. And I mean, that brings up, like, should she have had to prove her medical diagnosis. I don't know, but it's just curious that she claimed this big, huge thing and then couldn't provide any documentation that she had ever had a cancer diagnosis. That in and of itself doesn't bother me too much. That's not the biggest reason why I dislike her so much. Another thing about her, I'll get to the reason why I really don't like her, but the other thing is that she's really of the belief that, like, no matter what it is going on in your physical body, there's a spiritual component to it, and if you just heal the spiritual component, your problem will disappear. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. As someone who was really, really sick from Lyme disease for a really long time, that took very serious medical intervention, like, I can't stand her. I can't stand her or that thought process that, like, oh, you're sick because you have issues with your mother or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head what Lyme disease, if there, I mean, she has one book that's literally just every single, like, disease and symptom and medical problem there is, and you just, like, look up, and then she tells you, like, what the accompanying spiritual problem is. Like, I feel like there, for acne, there's one that's like, you have to heal your self-worth and your confidence if you have acne, and then your acne will go away. It's like that type of thing. And lower back pain is like financial stability, like fear around finances. And if you just heal your money problems, then your lower back will stop hurting. It's that kind of stuff. Now, I don't want to, like, crap on anyone's beliefs if they believe that. Whatever, that's fine. My problem with Louise Hay specifically is that in the late 80s, early 90s, during the AIDS epidemic, she scammed dying AIDS patients with her bullshit. And it infuriates me. It absolutely infuriates me. She preyed on vulnerable, desperate people who were not getting any type of care from their governments, because the whole AIDS epidemic is a truly horrifying moment in history. And she took that as an opportunity to prey on vulnerable people and scam them out of their money, out of, dying, mostly gay men's money. And it's just abhorrent. It's just absolutely abhorrent. I can't remember exactly how Louise Hay ended up dying, because she has passed on. She is gone. If there is a hell, that's not a judgment for me to make, but I can't stand her. And I see her books every Goodwill that I go to. I see her books, and the one that I saw today was like, learn how to heal your life or whatever. If you're familiar with, like, the new what is it called, Queer Eye, is that what it's called, Queer Eye? I don't know. I watched, like, the first season, and it's just too emotional for me. Like, it just messes me up emotionally to keep watching. But Jonathan Van Ness, who's in Queer Eye, I feel like the show's name is longer than that, but whatever, you know what I'm talking about. He like was giving an interview or something, and just, like, offhanded comment mentioned her and got backlash for it, because I didn't respond to him. I only heard about it because of the backlash, but people were like, dude, you should really look into this, because she's actually not a good person. Like, she might have, like, good, like, tidbit, talking points that people can easily tweet or put on Instagram. That's like, oh, that's good. But then when you actually, like, look into the person, that happens a lot with the Osho guy. You'll see so many quotes from Osho, and it's like, he was a cult leader, but okay. So anyway, I felt like I should explain why I was flipping off that book. It's because I hate Louise Hay. So anyway, reading this book about love is really working. Okay, yeah, I love this shirt that I just bought at Goodwill that I already told you about. Tucked in, untucked. I love it. It is wrinkly. I do need to wash it. It's also buttoned weird right now, right here, that I just realized. But anyway, really cute, really comfy, soft, light. It's gonna be perfect for summer. I'm so happy. This was such a good purchase. So, cool. I have like killed it at Goodwill this week when it comes to shirts. I'm very happy. I am currently editing the vlog, and I'm at the part where I'm talking about Louise Hay, and I said I don't know what she actually thinks about Lyme disease. So I was like, I'm curious. I'm gonna look up what Louise Hay, who again is no longer with us, but lots of people are still really believing in that whole belief. And Lyme disease is like combined with other autoimmune diseases. I'm angry about it, kind of. And the whole thing is, I should honestly just read to you exactly what it says on the website. It's just, it's BS. It's total, complete, frustrating BS. It really, oh, they also link autism to it, which is also incredibly disgusting that anyone has these beliefs. Okay. So first it goes on to like explain what an autoimmune disease is, you know, like it's your immune system attacking healthy organs, right? Because it can't tell the difference between healthy tissue and harmful substances like bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. Cool. Then it goes on to like list all of these different autoimmune diseases, and then it also gives examples of autoimmune conditions like autism, CFS, eating disorders, Lyme disease, and narcolepsy. Okay. Then it goes on to explain different symptoms of autoimmune systems. So then it says, what message are you giving to your cells right now? If you believe that you're a bad person, your cells are listening. If you believe that you're sick, your cells are listening. Likewise, if you believe that you are a beautiful being worthy of love and that you are healthy, your cells are listening. What kind of relationship do you think you're creating with yourself and your body if you're sending negative messages and embracing negative beliefs about yourself? And I am just like ready to throw hands at someone because this is so freaking dangerous and disgusting. And again, why I hate Louise Hay, and I'm so it's just disgusting because I think back to when I was at my absolute sickest, and I literally didn't have the mental capacity to be sending myself messages. I literally was only able to rely on my doctors taking care of me, my mother taking care of me, making sure that I was cared for, and like doing my medicine and going to my IV treatments and taking my antibiotics and all of that stuff. Otherwise, I would have fucking died. I would have died right there, having multiple seizures every single day, my body, my organs shutting down. I would have been dead. It was not me telling my body that I'm sick. And what made me better was not me telling myself that I was getting better. It's such bullshit. It's so infuriating. This is why I hate Louise Hay. On top of course, what she did to AIDS patients back in the 80s and 90s. I am fired up. I am fired up. And there's so many people that fall into this and take on so much guilt and think that the reason that they're sick is because of some bullshit about what they're telling themselves. Like, I believe in positive thinking, sure. I think that positive affirmations, helpful, awesome. But not when it comes to your physical health, when there is something physically wrong with you and you need medicine. Again, if someone's able to cure themselves with positive affirmations, more power to them. That's awesome. I hope that happens. I hope that is something that actually happens. Because like I said, I want to be someone that believes in miracles. But not all of us are that lucky. I'm lucky that I got the treatment that I got, and I'm lucky that it worked with my body, and I'm lucky that I'm super healthy now. I mean, I am dealing with whatever this stupid back issue is, but outside of that, I feel great. So, don't let assholes like Louise Hay make you feel bad about being sick, because it's not your fault. Okay. I hate seeing her books in Goodwill. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, I am done with this vlog. Thanks for following along with me this week. I hope you're doing well. I will see you in my next video. I have no idea what's coming up. I mean, next week I do have a doctor's appointment. Well, right now it's only Monday, but my vlog is very long. So I'm ending the vlog right now on Monday. My doctor's appointment isn't until next Tuesday. So I don't know if it'll be in the next vlog or not. So bye. See you in my next video. Bye guys.